Hey guys, and welcome back. We're going to continue on with the campaign here. Let's see where we're at. What? I'm confused. Zendikar. Have we beat Zendikar? Fight this opponent again, so I guess so. Looks like we're to Chandala. Let's do it.
Ramaz described a strange race on the plain of Chandala.
What strange race?
Studied their hive-like habitat.
Ah, the
Said
sliver.
they only recently discovered how to use
Too bad the new sliver looked nothing like the old sliver. So it looks like we're on to the sliver hive. So we're up against a sliver deck. Let's do it. And since we've last met, I've been working on the Chanted Moldiah deck, unlocking some of its stuff. Crazy how many decks I don't have unlocked yet. So we got nothing in the Chandra deck. We have a few of the Garruk's cards. All of Avacyn's Glory. And that's it. But we're going to stick with the Chanted Moldiah. We'll see if we can run with this. It's not probably a good matchup, to be honest. My frame rate's really low right now. I wonder why. Okay, it's coming back up. Asnitic. You've come too close to the hive's territory. Now you stand before its shaman. He shouts at you, clicks and hisses, and then we kill him. Let's see what we got. We got a Eldrazi, 3 mana, and an Oracle Moldiah. Now, if I were to say a random 6-card hand, I would say everything minus the Artisan is a pretty decent 6-card hand. Like, I would play it. Works together well. So I could mulligan to 7, my average 7. I don't know if it's better than this, so I think we just keep. So I like this hand. We have plays, we're 1 mana away from like getting the engine going just through Oracle Moldiah. And if the computer has a way to remove Oracle, that stinks, but not the end of the world. And it's a sliver deck, so it should just be a bunch of creatures. Hopefully not too quick. First strike on all of his slivers. That's bad news. If he makes them all +1/1 next turn, I'm actually going to be in trouble. One issue I'm going to have with this sliver deck is this green ramp deck has no real way to beat Swarm. Like, I just kind of have to outlife him and just get ahead on board. So he didn't have the Might Sliver, whatever it's called now, or at least didn't play one yet. Let's see if he has a play though. Maybe not. No play would be really good for us. Rampant Growth, that's fine. He really turns on his hand with that spell, but that's okay for us. Second Oracle, and we did draw that land if you didn't notice last turn. So double Oracle really can get our lands flowing, and if we can ramp up quickly with Spore Mound out into the Artisan of Kozilek, we'll be alright. I mean, we're going to be gaining tons of life, hopefully making tons of saplings. And that's how we beat Swarm, is just by kind of enduring it. So here we go. He has the Predatory Sliver, +1/1. So he's got 2/2/2 First Strikers. Hopefully that's all he's got this turn. Alright, this is feasible. Obviously not blocking. Just by playing a land we gain the life we're taking in damage, so no reason to block. Another Gladeheart. Now this is interesting. Now I'd like to probably slam the Oracle. I think that's the right play. Having 2 Gladehearts out is pretty big, because that means this one land is worth 4. Oh, this is really tempting. To be mana efficient, I mean, if I play the Oracle, I could potentially reveal land, get another land to play this turn, which is the same total life. I think we do that. Just because we do have a 9-drop in hand, I think we just... And we don't want to draw land if we can avoid it. How about that? So yes, right play. So we'll draw a land next turn. That's okay. We can play up to 3 land next turn, potentially. But at the very least, we're going to probably play Spore Mound, play at least 1 land, so I'm fine with that. Now we do have the option, if we really wanted to, of double blocking one of these guys. Shock. Oh, that's brutal. At least he's killing the Oracle. It seems bad, but I kind of need this guy, the Gladeheart, more. I just don't want him... Oh, he didn't sack his land. I really don't want to see him drop something that gives more power, like plus 2-0 or the double strike thing. Either one of those would be really bad for us. Now with his shock, he could have waited to see if I'd potentially double block something. But I obviously wouldn't. Oh, that's really good. That's 4 power of first strikers. Really good for him. So I think this turn I need to just get some chump blockers going. A 3-3 also can eat almost any one of his guys. So we're going back up to 19 life, getting a chump blocker. I'm suspecting he'll sacrifice these this turn, at least one. No reason to attack. Of note, we are at 6 land. I'm hoping it's a spell on top of the deck so I'm not punished for not playing my Oracle there. But I think the chump blocker and having a 3-3 is just quite a bit more important at this point. If he has something that pumps their power again... what's this? Oh, it's just a 2-2 sliver, so it's a 3-3. So if he attacks here, I'm definitely blocking one with my 3-3. Unless he plays a land before combat. Looks like he's just fetching now. I should have done this a long time ago, honestly. Alright, so nothing. Okay, so we have the option of Glade Harding, playing land, playing Oracle. Now, the drawback of that is if Oracle reveals 2 lands in a row, I basically lost a card. But I think gaining the extra 2 life is possibly relevant here. And it does cost me a sapling, but like I said, I just think the life is more relevant because there we go, look, perfect. In most cases, I don't want to block. I just want to eat, use my life total as a resource to survive. The longer I go, the more saplings I put on the board, the better odds I have at blocking and killing an important sliver. So if I can gang block and kill like his power pumping guy, that's really, really big for me. So he's attacking with the 3-3 first striker. More than happy to take that. That guy is unimportant in the grand scheme of things. I don't know if there's any overruns or anything in that deck, because I have not seen the deck before now. Overrun would be very bad for us. Alright, so all is dust on top. That's interesting, because it's going to cost 9. It lets me wipe... Oh, these are colorless. Actually, it's really bad for me right now. We'll go ahead and play the Kalani Heart. Worst case scenario, we do have a Rat that'll leave him with 4 power on the board. Really what we'd like to see next turn is land on top. So we go land, this thing gets 2 counters. We get 4, 8 life, 2 saplings, and we can cast our Artisan. When Artisan comes into play, I can return a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield, which would be my other Oracle. So that'd be nice. Would be nice. Text with this 3-3 again. I'm still above 20, so I'm going to take it. He's got 2 cards in hand. I'm expecting a shock at some point here. Wow. See that lag? Ooh, 5-5 Trampler. So it's actually going to be a 6-6. What is going on with my frame rate? I'm sorry about this, guys. I don't know why it's just dropped to 3, to 5, to 6, to 7. Now it's coming back up. Let me just pause it. I don't know why my frame rate is just utterly dying. Hold on a moment. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully my frame rate doesn't tank like that again. I don't know why. It went from like 50 to 3. I am getting a new computer. I think I've said that before. But let's go bat our turn. Land. At 6-6 is a problem. Getting this Artisan out should hold him off. If he has anything like, what's it called? Pacifism, then I'm in trouble. Alright, so we got 2 free land drops, we got 8 life, we got 2 saplings, and we're about to get a big fatty boom booms. This needs 3 counters to go off. And yes, we will put our Oracle onto the battlefield. There's no reason not to. Now look at our board, it's pretty beef. Problem is, even if I attack, all of his guys have first strike. So there's no way for my Artisan to get in right now. So what this is going to mean is hopefully I can stall it out for a little bit, find something else to develop my board, then all is dust and start beating with my 10-9. I should stall the board here so I can gain some life padding so it's an easy race. But we'll see. All slivers he has haste. Anytime he casts a sliver, the frame rate's just dying here. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. It's going to die here. I'm going to have to change some settings because this is ridiculous. It's when he casts a sliver. I guess it's because the computer's trying to figure out all this stuff. I have no idea why it dies. So let's see. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to change some options real quick. Okay, I'm back. I think if I just pause the recording and then restart it, it seems to smooth out a little bit. I couldn't change any video settings. I was just going to lower some stuff down and see if it helped. But it's just crappy programming on their end. It has some kind of memory leak or something whenever he casts all these slivers. Alright, before we play Rampant Growth, we want to try to get as many free lands as we can off the deck this turn. So, there's one. This will trigger this thing. Now we can use it to search out 2 lands and get a new card on top, or we can use Rampant Growth. The reason I'm going to use Rampant Growth, even though it costs actual mana, is because it doesn't thin the deck as much. And as it stands, I have nothing to cast. I can't draw a card off the top of the deck. All I could literally cast is All Is Dust, and I don't want to do that at the moment. Now, to say, he is out of cards though, so if I do cast it, it would be value. Now, by doing that, we revealed another land on top. We get to play up to 3 lands this turn. Drawing this guy wouldn't be too bad next turn, because with this pop, that would be an extra 4 life, but I'm going to try to get maximum lands value here. The thing had 5 counters on it. Alright, so we get our 2 lands, and look at that, we revealed a land, maximum value this turn. Look at our life, it's just flying up. We get all these saplings. Now when we All Is Dust, we will lose everything, but we shouldn't draw any non-relevant spells the rest of the game, hopefully after that point. I mean, we might draw Rampant Growths, but hopefully not too many. Alright, so we got tons of stuff. 53 life to his 20. All the manas in the world. So I'd really like to see Asnelik play just a couple more slivers in a row. Let us just wipe the board of all of his relevant dudes, and then we'll go to town. Unfortunately, he has a lot of lands he can sacrifice to my Annihilator. But if I can draw the Eldrazi armor spell, the plus 10/10 trample Annihilate 2, it'll be really big for us. If I draw that, I slam it on this guy, and I'll just wrap the board. Alright, free land. Yet another free land. So remember, we can play up to 3 per turn. So that was 1. This will be 2. Top card on top of our deck is Palakaworm. Now, we do have the option of All Is Dusting and then casting some massive spell. Nope, frame rate's dying. Just a moment, guys. Sometimes you guys might see a hiccup in the video. It's just going to be me pausing it and restarting the recording because it's occasionally just losing all of its frames. It's really strange. So what I was saying though is we do have the option of potentially just getting this Palakaworm off the top next turn. So we have the possibility to All Is Dust and play a Palakaworm immediately after. I like that option. I like that option a whole lot, actually. Skip attack. Now, next turn, I mean, I'm almost at the point where I could just Alpha Strike him and kill him just from pure dudes. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'd get through for 12 currently if we did that. What's this guy do? Whenever your sliver you control attacks, have him deal 1 damage to our creature player. Oh gosh. Okay, we gotta All His Dust now. He's gonna wipe our board if he attacks here, but he would die. If he attacks all out, it's not good for him. Okay, he didn't. So yeah, I want to do this before I attack, I believe. I think attacking with the 10-9 into 4 power worth of guys is better than attacking this way. I get through less damage, but I think it's just more devastating to his board as a whole. And this triggers when they block too, doesn't it? No, whenever it attacks. Alright, so I think I just go ahead and all his dust. Crazy play, I know. I should have rampant growth at first. That was a misplay. Alright. We did misplay. That's okay though. We're gaining 7 life. We got a 7/7 Trampler, 10/9 to his no cards in hand. We went ahead and rampant growth because I knew the top card of my deck was Explore, which is useless. So I'm going to go ahead and bash, get the attack squad on. Hopefully he should chump, and he's going to sack 2 lands. No, he sacked a token and a land. Interesting. And he's chumping with a token. So he's in a lot of trouble already. I figured he'd chump with the token. I didn't think he'd sack any tokens. If he draws, really can't think of a sliver here I'm afraid of. He needs multiple slivers to make an army that stops my attacks. Well, unfortunately I drew another one of those. We do run like 27 lands in the deck. I upped it from the original base build, so that way I would hit more lands and I could run less rampant growths. I like rampant growth type effects, but what I found when I used to run a deck like this in Standard a long time ago is that once you like build up your lands, you really just want to be drawing the action, and it was really easy to ramp up the land. You only needed about 6 like 2-mana ramp spells, because Oracle is just too good. Oracle is so good if you just have a lot of lands instead of a lot of ramp spells. Alright, so this game's over. He's not going to die on this attack because he's going to sack 2 lands, chump block, and take 7. But he's just dead next turn. Even if he draws a creature, I should still have him, because he can only chump block. He could draw the make 2 sliver tokens, but still dies. Sitting on a card. Alright, what do you got? So it looks like it's just Naya Slivers is the build of that deck. Interesting, but hard to really make work without, you know, like, expensive lands. There we go, we won. Got an achievement. Acquire the Sliver Fossil. Unlock Drastodon. That's a pretty good one. And unlock the Sliver deck. Cool. And title unlocked. Achievement unlocked. That's gross looking. Alright guys, so before the next one I might work on the Sliver deck. Either way, I will go ahead and play through... What? I'll play through some of the challenges and not record those, and I'll just go straight to the boss fight. So, thanks for watching. Ankhgaming out.